Do you have braces, or maybe you're getting them soon? Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about 10 of the best life hacks, braces, tips, whatever you want to call it. So brace yourself. And let's go. What's up, guys? Dr. Greg here, back with another episode of Braces Explained. I hope you guys have all been doing awesome and are enjoying the holiday season. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, spending time with your loved ones, eating good food, and spending a lot of time with your family. And speaking of family, if you guys wait to the end of today's episode, I'm going to introduce you to the newest member of the Braces family. So stay tuned for that. But let's just dive straight into the point of today's video, and that is 10 life hacks or tips or tricks for those that are starting braces or are in braces already. Now, these aren't all the braces hacks, and if there's some that I haven't personally mentioned, please let me know in the comments of today's video. And keep in mind, all the videos that I refer to or all the products I recommend, they're all going to be in the description of today's video. So if you want to learn more about something I talk about in the video or purchase one of the products, all of them will be in the description of today's video. So let's get started with the first braces life hack, and that's the fact that these early wires that orthodontists use are made out of nickel titanium. And these wires have shape memory, which means that if you bend them, they'll spring back to their original shape. But they spring back to this original shape more so in warmer temperatures, like in your mouth. So let's say you're in these early orthodontic wires, or you just got your braces on or an adjustment done recently, and you're having a little bit of discomfort. Well, you could temporarily inactivate that wire in your mouth by drinking or eating colder foods. These are things like ice cream, cold jellos, drinking cold water. All these things will be really useful at deactivating that wire just for a little bit and giving you some relief from any braces discomfort. Just remember, if you eat these cold things and they're sugary like ice cream or jello, just be sure to rinse your mouth after and then brush about 20 minutes later just to make sure that you don't have any acidity or sugar just lingering in the mouth. The second life hack or braces tip that I have for you guys is to eat before your orthodontic adjustment or really shortly thereafter. This is because, as you guys know, whenever you have an adjustment done with your braces, it doesn't really hurt when you're in the office, but as time goes on throughout the day or into the evening, you might have a little bit of discomfort, and that's because the biology in your mouth is adapting to those new forces that your orthodontist put on your braces. And as you know, when you have this orthodontic discomfort, it's a little bit more tough to eat foods that are a little bit stiffer or harder. So to preempt all of this, I know you're going to be hungry that night, so eat before your adjustment or eat right after while your teeth are still not sensitive. By the time morning rolls around or the next day, you should be feeling a lot better, so it's easier to start eating again. But this is just one of the tips that I personally used to do when I had braces, and it helped me out a lot. And if you do get hungry again later on in the evening, just be sure to have soft foods readily available so that you can eat them easily. And on that note, we're gonna move on to another tip. And this one should be pretty obvious, like avoiding foods that are hard, crunchy, and chewy that will break the braces off. But this is one that I've recently seen a lot of my patients, and that's don't use your teeth as tools. Okay, if you need a scissor, go get a scissor. If you need to open up something, get a tool that'll help you open up something, but don't try to use your teeth and try to tear open bags or things like that, because I thought this went without saying, but I stand corrected. I had patients the other day that were tearing open a bag with their braces. They broke their braces, and obviously it must not be comfortable, right? So please don't use your teeth as tools, whether this is with braces or without, but especially when you're in braces, just because there's so much more stuff in your mouth, you don't want to break any brackets or things like that. And on that note of breaking brackets is my next tip, and that is to get an orthodontic mouth guard if you're an athlete and you play sports while you're in braces. I get this question a bunch from my patients, and they ask, how do I wear my mouth guard when I'm playing sports because it doesn't fit? And that makes sense, because if you think about it, your teeth are constantly shifting when they're in braces. If you're in braces right now, your teeth today aren't where they will be tomorrow. So if you have one of those boil and bite mouth guards, well, first of all, if you boil and bite into it and form it around your braces, that's another whole issue. You're not gonna be able to get it off, so don't do that. But if you think about it, your teeth are always shifting. So the mouth guards that I personally recommend are those by Shock Doctors, and I have a whole video that talks about that. But I'll link it out, like I said, in the description of today's video, as well as with a link to their mouth guards. These mouth guards have a little bit of a trough, so basically it makes it so that your teeth will be able to fit into the mouth guard, but it also has a little bit of rubber that extends so that it is a bit retentive. They're really great if you have braces. They're the best ones that I personally recommend. Not only is this important so that you don't break brackets when you're playing sports, but also helps protect your lips and cheeks and things like that from the braces, because we don't want to get punched or hit in the face while you're playing a sport and then your brackets get cut in your lips, and it's just a disaster. So please, if you play sports, do invest in a mouth guard for the protection of your braces from you and from your protection from the braces. And speaking of sores and things like that, the next braces life hack that I recommend is to always have wax available and some sort of topical numbing gel. So these gels can be like 20% benzocaines, like Ambisol and things like that. And basically, if you have a sore on your lip, what you can do is use a little ball of wax, and I have a whole video where we talk about how to use this wax properly, and put the wax on the bracket or brackets that are irritating your lip. Now, if you have a sore on your lip, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. So you can get one of these little numbing gels, make sure you dry your lip, and put this little gel on it. It'll put you in a little bit of comfort for about 10 to 15 minutes until it fades away. And that'll just make your quality of life so much better. I remember these sores when I had braces, they were a nightmare. So make sure you have wax available to protect your lip from getting cut up again, and also have these numbing gels to make sure that your lips stay numb and don't bother you. Also, if you want to take it to the next level, I do recommend rinsing with some warm salt water if you do have a sore in your cheeks or on your lip or something like that. That'll help prevent bacterial overgrowth in that little area and make sure that it stays clean so your body can heal faster. And on that note, it's a lot easier for dry lips to get caught on braces and things like that and lead to these sores. So I always do recommend keep a chapstick on board. It's really easy for your lips to get chapped when you're in braces because it's a little bit harder to form like a lip seal when you have braces that are kind of pushing your lips away from your teeth. So always have some chapstick available. It'll make it so that your adjustments are a lot less uncomfortable because your lips won't be chapped. And also just for your regular day-to-day life, it's really nice so that you don't have dry lips while you're going through the whole braces journey. Sore teeth is enough. You don't need to have chapped lips while you're dealing with that as well. And moving right along, the thing that I talk about all the time on this channel is make sure you have good oral hygiene while you're going through your braces journey. This is like the best tip I can give you. I mean, they're all great tips, but this is a really big one, okay? Because if you have puffy gums, you have increased risk of cavities. We have so many videos on this. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but there are so many videos on the importance of maintaining good oral hygiene while you're going through your braces journey, right? So a big life hack to prevent needing unnecessary emergencies, puffy gums, cavities, things like that, is to invest in the right tools to maintain the best oral hygiene possible. This is investing in a water pick for sure, as well as an oscillating rotating type of toothbrush. And one that I personally recommend, which is like the greatest toothbrush, I use it myself, is the Oral-B IO. It's their newest toothbrush design. Again, all of these are going to be linked down below, okay? And if you want to learn more about any of these products, like I said, there are videos on this channel that talk about all of these things, so they'll all be down in the description as well for you guys. All right, moving on to the final 3 things, life hacks, tips that I have for you guys, all right? This next one is not right when you get your braces on, or it might be, but it's when you get rubber bands to wear between your upper and lower jaws to get your teeth to fit together properly. Biggest tip I have for you guys here to prevent months of overtreatment is when you get these elastics prescribed to you, make sure you know how to wear them properly. Don't leave the orthodontic office until you know how to do this properly, and if you forget, make sure you give them a call to clarify, because if you wear the rubber bands the wrong way, you're actually going to go the opposite direction in your treatment. You're going to regress and make your treatment go way longer, and that's something the orthodontist doesn't want for you to have to deal with. So before you leave the office, make sure you know how to wear your rubber bands properly and wear them as they prescribe. If they say for you to wear them all day, please wear them all day. And if they say, just at night or double up at this time or that time, your orthodontist knows your case best. So please just listen to the recommendations and your treatment will go super smoothly. All right. And the next tip I have for you guys, which you probably don't need if you're watching this video, is to educate yourself about the journey. Okay. Orthodontics is freaking awesome, and I'm biased because I am an orthodontist, but it's a very, very cool process. And the more you know about it, the more you know about what's going on and why it's going on and what's normal or abnormal. And I'm always of the belief of that if you know what's going on in your mouth or things like that, you'll be in a lot less discomfort because you'll understand what's going on. You won't be afraid if something's an emergency or not, right? So my whatever number 1, I think 9th tip is to make sure that you're educated about the journey and the experience. So to learn as much as you can, go down there, hit the subscribe button as well as the thumbs up so you can stay up to date with more content like this and stay as educated as possible, okay? And moving on to the final tip that I have for you guys is do not miss your orthodontic appointments, okay? I know that this happens sometimes and life isn't just about teeth. You guys have things that you need to cancel appointments or reschedule appointments, but be sure not to fall too far off of track, because when your orthodontist prescribes that they want to see you in, I don't know how many weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, there's a reason why they're waiting that long. So if you go in too soon or you go in too late or things like that, it can drag on your treatment time. And it's something that you won't want if you want to get in and out of this process as quick as possible, right? So please make sure you go to your orthodontist as they prescribe so that your braces journey does not extend on to forever, okay? And as promised, there is a new member of the Braces Club family. So Braces Club family, meet Sasha. Sasha's the newest member of the Braces Club. She's the newest addition of the family. She's the cutest thing in the world, and she's smelling my cheeks right now. Say hi! So I hope you guys found today's episode very useful and educational. And if you guys have anything that I forgot to mention, please let me know down in the comments. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and Sasha and I will catch you on another episode of Braces Explained. But for now, Dr. Greg out.